One of the biggest things to say yes to this project was Vikrant, because I mean that was the first thing I knew about it, and I've been wanting to work with him.
My last film in theatres was Chapak. I definitely do miss watching myself, and I definitely want people to watch me on the big screen.
The language doesn't define, whether a film will be successful or not. So this whole Hindi South debate, I think I don't.
Hello everyone, this is Aishwarya from OTTplay. Today we have Radhika Apte and Vikrant Massey from the team Forensic, and looking by the setup, I think we are going to solve few crimes and maybe few questions from me.
Hi Aishwarya, hi. It's so good to see you.
It's so great to have you both
Thank
here.
you.
Same, yeah, thank you.
So Forensic, the title of course gives away a lot of, the title gives away a lot what will be the premise, and it's actually the remake also. But talking about the genre, psychological thriller, the thriller being the key word, if I may say, you both are, it's kind of forte for you, both of you. So what is it about this genre that excites you and you say yes to those projects?
For me, of course, one of the biggest things to say yes to this project was Vikrant, because I mean that was the first thing I knew about it, and I've been wanting to work with him. And also, I love whodunits. I absolutely love thrillers and whodunits. I've probably seen a lot what is available to me, and so I wouldn't miss an opportunity to be a part of it.
Yeah, for me, as an audience, whenever I read a script, I try putting myself as an audience first, as to whether I would like to see it or not. And like I would say the same thing as Radhika said. I love thrillers. I love watching thrillers. I love reading thrillers. I think they really stimulate me mentally and emotionally also. So because there's so much happening, you're kind of all the more vulnerable because you are anticipating something or the other. So it keeps me on the edge. And as an actor, I think it also gives you tremendous space to sort of explore yourself as an actor. If you can actually sort of hold the audience's attention for 2 hours, 15 minutes. So I really like that challenge, So as an audience, I like watching it. I love reading it as a reader. I love acting in it because it sort of pushes me as an actor.
And it's interesting, you both are leading the film, and the dynamics is actually refreshing. You both are not romantically paired as we usually see. You have posters, they might be romantic. How refreshing was it to have both of you not romantic but actually concentrating more on the solving crime part?
If I can say this thing, these two characters are definitely involved with each other, which you will see in the film. But conventionally, जैसे आपने बहुत, this is a very wonderful question. Conventionally, आपने poster में भी देखा होगा कि it is not a conventional poster or a story or a pairing. But yes, these guys are somewhere down the line. They share a common history. वो आप फिल्म में देखेंगे, आपको पता चलेगा. But yeah, it's not conventionally sort of presented, at least, and not even executed in a lot of ways.
Yeah. So have you both seen the original Malayalam film?
Of course.
Yeah. So how was it a kind of challenging of not creating your character by thinking about those templates played by Mamta Mohandas and Tovino Thomas? Like, how did you differentiate yourself and not get influenced by those characters?
I saw it a while ago. And then, of course, the script is different, the director is different, shot in a different place, co-actors are different, characters different, my backstory is a little different. So I just, try to be focused more on what is there and what is the vision of the director, co-actor, what he brings and what I feel the woman is. And so just try to be true to what your circumstances are rather than trying to think about what they've done. Because they've done a great job and we're not trying to compete with them.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree with Radhika. The entire perspective is different. It's very easy to get carried away or get influenced by an adaptation, or if it's a remake. It's very normal to go through that. But it was a very conscious decision from our end, collectively, to have our own perspective, to have that template, but yet give it a very different approach. And Vishal Furia, who's the director of this film, is someone who really specializes in this particular genre. And all of us were really kicked to follow his vision. And yeah, so when you're conscious about not wanting to better or even imitate someone, I think then you slowly and steadily find your own ground and give it your own flesh and skin. Yeah.
And the film is an OTT release, it's skipping theatrical. So do you think, like in today's time, like if both big screen and OTT can coexist, do you think that a few films can work better when it's released directly on OTT platforms?
It depends.
Yeah. I think so sometimes, yeah. Absolutely.
It totally depends. And I think you've said it very beautifully that, of course, yes, they can coexist. But yeah, some films can fare better if they are on OTT. Because let's also understand one thing that, for example, ZEE5 is going to cater to more than 190 countries.
Yeah.
And you really do not get that opportunity in a theatre. Whereas you also do not have that box office number pressure. And yeah, I think there are a lot of permutations and combinations, and the consumption patterns in the last 4 or 5 years have changed drastically. People actually want to sit back in the comfort of their homes, or in the comfort of their headphones while in a moving DST bus, and want to. It's a very private viewing. So yeah, I think, and also it's a very nascent stage right now. I think we should not really start or want to have immediate quick conclusions, because these changes take time.
Yeah.
And if we are to sit back and analyze something, we need to give its fair share of time to form its own shape, so that we can look back and then come to a conclusion. But I think that's not the stage right now. I think we need to give it a few more years to analyze as to what is happening on OTT, in theatres, or how our consumption patterns have changed, or our narratives have changed.
And do you both actually miss the theatrical experience, because it's been long you have seen on the big screen?
No, I go to theatres all the time.
Yourself?
Yeah, I go watch other films in theatres.
Yourself, seeing yourself.
I never go to watch my own film in the theatres anyway.
But do you miss people seeing you on the big screen?
That's their experience. This is just my imagination.
I do. I definitely do. My last film in theatres was Chapak, and then COVID happened.
Yeah.
I definitely do miss watching myself, and I definitely want people to watch me on the big screen. But there are other priorities right now. I would rather focus on them. As I've said earlier, my idea is to be consistent, to come out regularly and communicate with my audiences through my stories. And if there is an opportune moment or the right script that needs to come out in theatres, it will come out in theatres.
And nowadays, it's people talk about the superstardom, they have OTT stars or movie stars, but do you get affected by these terms of OTT stars? Like, or do you think stars are someone who just come out and shine, be it of any medium?
I don't really pay attention to those categories. I don't like to be categorized anyway. I don't like to have an image, particular image either. But you can't stop people from saying anything. So I'm happy for them to say that. It just doesn't affect me. But I don't. What's the word? I don't say it myself. I don't like to be categorized.
Yeah, because initially when you were doing out and out content on it, they even created a spoof video of you being a star and everything, and so it was kind of putting you in a box, not the box of medium, not the content.
Being omnipresent.
Yeah,
everywhere. A campaign for one of the things that I was doing at that time. I thought the campaign was hilarious. That's why I did it.
Yeah, I really liked it.
Yeah, me too.
Really liked it. Yeah, I absolutely despise being categorized. And for one sole reason, and I speak on behalf of a lot of like-minded people, an actor is an actor.
Yeah,
an actor is an
exactly.
actor. And it's been happening with me since television days. TV actor, film actor, OTT actor, theatre actor. An actor is an actor. I think we are the only industry to say which actually categorizes or brackets people. An actor is an actor. Whatever medium they are working on, whatever medium they are catering on. A director is a director. He's not a TV director or a film director or a theatre director. Director is a director. Yeah.
And what's your take on this debate now, knowing that even this is an adapted screenplay, even your upcoming film is also an adapted screenplay. So what's your take on these people talking about Hindi movies get like adapting screenplay from other languages or from global platforms or international movies. What's your take on that, about the trend going on, or are you fine? And because knowing that because of OTT, the people have access to all the original content also to watch. So what's your take on that, of movies being adapted?
I mean, I think it has remakes and adaptations have their own charm in the sense that, you know, it's a different interpretation or different sort of treatment, differently done, adapted in a different way. Also, the change of language can mean you can reach more other people, different people, you know. And this whole debate, I think, is just. I don't think any merit in this debate. I mean, every industry, be it Bollywood or any industry, takes stories from other things, whether it's Korean or whether it's Spanish or it's Brazilian, you know what I mean? And they keep taking and doing remakes and making this thing anyway. So if it's good, if it's entertaining, people will watch. And it also depends on what people want to watch at that time. I mean, you know, so many things actually everything has a consequence, and it's not just a product of one thing or the other. And language doesn't define, you know, whether a film will be successful or not. So this whole Hindi South debate, I think I don't.
Yeah, I couldn't agree, you know, more. I definitely agree with her. Yeah, and a lot of it is also politicized, you see, and a lot of these voices that we hear actually do not belong to either industry. They are just voices which are, most of them, you know, most of these voices are like beyond the boundary or just spectators at the periphery, and it is their version of their reality. Whereas in reality it's a different thing, and adaptations, as she said it so beautifully, they've been going on for years and years and years and years and years. There are people who are adapting Shakespeare, there are people who are adapting, you know, our Indian mythology for years. महाभारत की कम से कम 100 फिल्में बन चुकी हैं, अलग अलग वर्जन्स बने सबके। रामायण की 100 फिल्में बन चुकी हैं। जो हमारी mythology है या जो हमारी history या हमारे cultural history रही है, उसके ऊपर कितनी चीज़ें बनी हुई हैं, तो you can never stop. I think it's, yes, there is definite dearth of good original content, but there is original content available too. You pick and choose whatever you want to watch.
And talking about your movie outings, when you do a film, for example, if you're doing a psychological thriller like Forensic, does it affect your decision on taking your upcoming project in some or the other way, like a shift in genre or something like that?
No, not for me. Sorry.
Like I would definitely not want to do similar genres in one calendar year probably. You want to cater different things to your audiences. Like for example, if I've done a Forensic right now, at least for a year I would not consciously, or if there's something that's really exciting, I would do it. Like if I really cannot stop myself from being a part of it, then it's a different thing altogether. But the idea is to, you know, offer different things to your audiences in one calendar year. So I try doing whatever I can within the limited opportunities that are available for me.
And you have done movies in other languages as well. People during the pandemic, people have spoken about Malayalam movies being booming, and people of different languages, of different nationalities also exploring those genres. And you have done it way back with Fahad Fazil. Anytime soon, we expect you, because
with Fahad, I'd love to work with Fahad again.
Again, or in Malayalam cinema, because I have actually read people talking about that they wish to see you in the Malayalam.
The thing is, you know, to be honest with you, I would love to. I think Malayalam cinema is doing amazingly well, and I'd love to be a part of it. I just feel that the work, if they really want to cast me, that I need to get rehearsal time and really understand why I'm doing it. And because there's such wonderful Malayali actresses here. I mean, they're so stunning, not just stunning looking, they're stunning in their performances. They should do it by me, no? Yeah. So it has to be, if it was specifically me for a reason, then I just need time to work with it, because it's really hard to work in a foreign language. You're just basically learning on the same day and trying to deliver the dialogue. It's just a bit mindless.
Yeah. And your upcoming film after Forensic is Gaslight. You have been shooting with Sarah and Chitrangda. I mean, a lot of photos and everything came in, and people are excited to know, like, how was the whole experience working with?
It was fantastic. Working with Sarah, Chitra ma'am, Pawan Kriplani, who's the director of our film, I collaborated with him for the first time. Working with Ramesh Taurani and you know, Akshay Puri, who is also my first time. I had a ball. especially with Sarah, because she's such an incredible person, and most of my work was with her. Had a great time working with her. I'm really looking forward to that film. It's a thriller again, but this is an investigative psychological drama thriller, but that's way different than this one is. And I have Mumbaikar with Santosh Sivan coming out. I have Blackout coming out, and and then I have Forensic coming out. So.
Now that in the first question you both mentioned that you both love whodunit, psychological thriller. Is there any other genre you both enjoy as an audience also?
I enjoy lots of genres. Like I'm not a huge fan of action, though I like some action films. But other than that, it just depends on if it's a good film, I watch it.
Same. Yeah. I love drama. As an actor also, I love drama. I love conflict. I believe conflict exists everywhere, in every relationship, and because I derive my inspiration from real life, from the world I see or my observation. From time to time, I love bringing out dramatic stories for my audiences.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Great talking to you. All the best for
Lovely.
Forensic.